I'm excited about this EP release show. We haven't done a whole lot of shows where we've been able to play these songs for people, and I'm really looking forward to how people interpret them and how they take them, and hopefully that they'll all dance and laugh and play along with them. And thank you for coming, and we hope you enjoy the show. The new album is exponentially evolved than anything that we've done in the past, and I say that with great confidence because in some ways and I mean this in the most humble and respectable way, but like I didn't really expect to be writing some of the music that we wrote here. I don't want to just have songs that I can only understand. I want them to be understood by, you know, en masse, by large groups of people, by just about anybody from any walk of life. And so I realized at the end of the process that like I had accidentally or incidentally, by maybe this happenstance, come into a concept album. And that concept album was sort of how when you go through a lot of hardship or turmoil, you ultimately have a choice. And that choice is how you handle it, how you decide to deal with it. You know, you can be empowered about it, you can be lively, you can be upbeat and uplifted, and you can, you know, let that shine to the rest of the world, or you can be like, you know, you could feel defeated, or you could feel downhearted, or you can feel like it destroyed you or something. And I think I decided to be more uplifted and upbeat about it and let the world see that, as opposed to just drag my feet. And so this album is basically about no matter what sludge is thrown at you throughout the course of the day, you have a choice and the power to choose how you deal with that. It was very, directly written to be this like kind of pop hit. Like we were like, this could be like a possible type of mega hit kind of song. I mean, it had that vibe to us, and we didn't want to let go of that. The song itself is not a love song in the traditional sense of being about like a girl or a relationship. It's actually about my brother and the town that we grew up in, and sort of how like together we had this really strong rapport with, you know, one another, and growing up in that small town, like how you feel like this, like a dissonance to it, and I wanted to get out of it. And I think a lot of people have a problem with that, and they have that small town complex of like, I got to get the hell out of here, I got to make bigger things happen for my life and stuff. But then like when you do those things and you move on to greater heights or to larger cities or whatever that may be, you will always have a special place for that town in your heart. And I had so many things go on, and also my brother passed away, and so that whole line, you know, you should always know I will always love you, it kind of is speaking to that. There's all these little hidden meanings that I think people wouldn't pick up on, obviously, because they don't understand the context. But that was sort of like a love song for somebody that you have an unconditional love for, and you can love under any circumstances at any point in time, and hopefully those words will speak to them no matter what. We've always had a very high energy, kind of interactive show. It's always been more about the audience than about us as the band. We like to keep a certain room to be able to improvise as much as possible, and to like not worry about having everything airtight and having everything work a certain way and having everything kind of choreographed or rehearsed or worked out. I think it's really fun when you get on stage to experience that dynamic of spontaneity, and sort of anything goes and anything can arise in the heat of the moment. I've had a tendency to dub our live shows as the energy playground. Like it's just like we try to come in and turn the venue into more or less our own form of a playground, and just do, you know, whatever we feel like doing. I mean, we don't want to obviously abuse the playground, and we don't want to hurt people, and we don't want people to get hurt. We don't want it to be volatile on any level. But I think that the people who get what we're doing and enjoy it and appreciate it will like that. And then I think it's just music that you can kind of, you know, do one of two things. You can kind of witness it and watch it unfold before you and enjoy that, or you can kind of dance and freak out and you know, kind of cut loose and blow some steam off. I want to get back out on the road. We haven't been out for 2 years. Touring is kind of a hectic thing, but I think being that we've kind of come into our own with the band recently, and we've really made great stride for like our live show with these new songs, I just am excited to get out on the road and like play them for people and perform them and get sort of this, more or less, I guess, the further the message, you know, and hopefully just make people happy. I mean, I just love seeing people feel a part of something, feel unified with and to something.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks, guys.
When is this going to be over? Are we there yet?